I just found my past you letter from pre-calculus. I wrote this on December 17th, 2024. I'm just gonna read a little bit of it. Past you. Hi, past me. Thank you for showing up the days you did. You tried each day to try and stay present throughout the course. My advice to you is to stay on top of the material, effectively communicate with your professor, and take advantage of the resources in place to help keep you in the loop. The most helpful thing I did this term for my learning was stepping out of my comfort zone and asking for help. If I were more confident, I would have asked more questions. I know now that asking questions helps me with making connections, and talking to my classmates about the process makes it easier to understand the material. So I'm kind of just going to explain like what that meant for me. I was really truly struggling with the idea of going to school in person again. It had been 11 years for me, and then having to be social. I was not being social. Like, what? And talking about math, I hadn't done math in years. I placed into pre-calculus, but what? I didn't know what I was actually doing. So then I had actual questions, but I still was just like, I don't know. Let me go to this part. My mindset behind having to work in groups was the least helpful to my learning. Very true. If I had seen it as a tool, I would have felt more comfortable. Battling with my mind did distract me with this term, but now that I am aware, I have been practicing ways to control this. If I could do this all over again, I would keep my determined attitude about learning and drop the fear of not knowing. I would congratulate myself more for doing the best I could given my circumstance. I would trust myself and the process and believe that I can do it. So I still believe that. Right after I took that course and wrote that letter, I went straight into calculus. I'm like, yeah, I got this. If we have to work in groups, whatever. We worked in groups every day. Every single day. And I mean, this program was a accelerated pre-calculus class, so it wasn't even that long. It was 16 weeks. It still was 16 weeks. But I had like 2 weeks in between to go into calculus, and then I was still dealing with that, and I thought I had it under control. And to make matters worse, in the same classroom, in the same class. Yeah, this is a community college, so I get it. I need to be looking into as well, like if you go to a university, look at your local community colleges. I know this is probably known information, but I need to really take advantage of it because I want to save that money. You can take courses at the community college that are the same courses at the university. It's just cheaper. So I haven't looked at the courses I've enrolled in just yet. I need to double check for my fall semester. I can check for summer. Why not? It doesn't start until July, but I don't know when it starts for the community college. And I went to the community college for 2 semesters. Yeah. And then I went to a university online for 1 semester, and then transferred to the university that I'm going to now. I'm so excited because this is the program I was trying to go to when I was going to the community college. They just told me, check back, get some credits, come back, and we'll see what we can do. And I'm like, all right, bet. Went in. I wanted to make sure I had more than enough, and I obviously do. But I'm so grateful that I'm going online now. It's like, oh, all the fears have gone away. I know how to teach myself a lot of things. I like messaging people like this, so that if I can type out the message, it feels a little bit better. Like, You don't have to interpret like my emotions or my tone. When I'm having a conversation with people, like in real life, they are always trying to gauge. Okay, how do you feel? Why are you trying to do that? You don't want to know how I feel. Because once I start talking about how I feel, I'm considered weird. I'm considered. So I'm not going to talk about it. I just got to sit here. This is how I was in class. I was just like, are you sitting proper? Are you sitting proper? Because this is what I had to go through growing up. I was always concerned about, is anybody noticing that I have on the same pants from last week? Or can anybody see that hole when I stand up? Because we have to stand up and show off. Can anybody tell on the first day of school that I don't have new shoes? I hope no one noticed, you know. But those same fears happened to carry along with me as an adult. And I didn't know, and it was my first time experiencing it, and I was so caught up with that, I couldn't focus on the lesson, the actual class, the lecture. So now I've taken some time off. I took almost a year off. Not a year completely yet. I took 6 months off, and I'm ready to go back to school. I had some practice with online school, and it felt completely different from in person. And you know what? I passed every single class. I even got on the honor roll list. Like, that's how I got into the school I'm in now. I'm like, oh yeah, online is way better for me. Just because I haven't dealt with what I went through when I was younger. And that's what I'm dealing with it now. See, but I have the option to go online, which is, it's just a little more comfortable and more flexible. Like, the schedule that I had when I was going in person, I had class every day, and it was always in the morning. And trying to find a job while trying to be a environmental scientist, it wasn't working. So I had to figure some stuff out. I had to take some time off of school to get a job, work full time. I was still going to school online, and then I couldn't, so I was just working. And then now I'm able to go full time, part time for school, and then part time for work because of my spouse. And then the business, you know, Tucson Lock Lab, we're still going strong with that. I think it's been 10 days. Yeah, like, I just have some things that are just rolling, and they're coming. And then also my cycle is coming too, so I have to prepare for all of these things. It's coming so fast. Like, I've been recording for over a month now, and I just, sometimes you forget that happens. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm like, oh, that's why I felt sick. Alright, y'all, I'm so sorry for the random dump, but it was like, I want to talk about this because I feel like this has to be relatable if you grew up the way that I did, and then you just kept that inside, like, but that made you not focus. So now I have a focus problem. It's not ADHD. I literally have to make sure I train my brain to focus on what I am doing. So that's why I have to pick up the camera and record. I have to have little different things that are reminders. You're supposed to be doing this. You're supposed to be doing that. It's not a to-do list. It's an actual action list. I don't know. I never even thought about it, but that's what I'm doing. Alright, y'all, let me get to this calculus work. I pulled out the work. I'm going to be going over these sheets first, and then I'm going to get on the laptop. are you talking about? I want to show y'all my favorite concept map I did. I probably barely can't even see it, but this is my favorite one. I don't even know why. It just is. It's the pi circle, the unit circle. I'm glad I could do that without looking. I'm like, what is it? It's not the pi circle. And that's one of my favorite ones. My least favorite one, I do not like this one, but yeah, we had to do like concept maps and things. Maybe I had another favorite. Maybe not. Oh yeah, this was, I think, the second one. Yeah, I got so into like doing the concept maps. It was like my favorite part. Yeah. Yeah, this is still my favorite one. A circle of understanding. I really love this. It helped me understand the unit circle. OMG. You have to break these concepts down like this. My professor really helped with us understanding. But yeah. Oh wait, this one. Oh, this one's pretty. Guys, I'm going on and on. Yeah. I gotta go. Okay. Review is done. I need to put some shea butter on my face. I'm going to be wearing my sunglasses because I'm going outside, even though it's not that sunny, but it's still bright. I got sensitive eyes. Yes, gotta do what I gotta do. Back outside. Today is more cloudy than anything. I don't see any blue sky. You can see that. Oh, there's a little piece. But yeah, it says that the temperature is supposed to be 91, the high. Right now it's 80, 81, something like that. It feels incredible. I'm still wearing long sleeves just in case, you know, the sun could come out at any moment. You never know. Good thing about long sleeves, you can roll them up. Alright, so I already designated my path that I want to do. I'm going to go ahead and just accomplish that and then go to the store and then head back home. So yesterday when I was outside, I got about 6,000 steps. Was it 6? No. It was like 9, a little over 9,000. So if I get close to that today, that'll be great. If I don't, then, you know, I'll get the rest when I'm at home walking around doing stuff. I found what helps is to wear like some type of jeans or something. Like if I'm doing like sweeping or dancing, I can put my phone in my pocket. Count those steps. Yeah, because when I go to work and stuff like that, I don't get that many steps, which suck. So now I have to purposely get extra steps, which I am. 13,000 for the month of May. But the cycle is coming up. So I did mention in my previous vlogs that when my cycle comes, I drop my steps. And if I was working out right now, due to the injury in my arm, cannot lift weights right now. But I can get as many steps as I want. But when I'm on my cycle, I do about 6 to 7,000 steps, maybe 8 if I'm feeling good towards the end. So it's coming up in about 8 days. I'm trying to get this energy used before I have to rest. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Alright, y'all. Let me do this path. I'll let y'all know if something comes up.